What's up with this? Yo, all right. I got a shorts feed on this particular bison. Go check it out. It kind of gives you like a little view of how this bison came to me. Right now, I just got it laid out. I'm not using my flushing wheel for this thing. It's just too plumped up. It's just too rough for me to use on my flushing machine. So I'm just gonna hit it with a grinder. It's really hot out here, so my grinder's overheating pretty quick. So, you know, we'll just see how it goes. I just figured live stream it. Why not? So, anyway, I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. This hide is like an extremely huge challenge because it came to me in such rough shape, right? So if I'm able to get this thing the way I want it to get, then I'll just feel like, you know, that I've gained some skills on tanning these hides. If I can get this one the way I want it, because it's in rough shape, I'm telling you. But I think I can do it. I think I can get this hide the way I want it to. I mean, it sat in an aluminum sulfate bath for 2 months, so it's super plumped up. It feels like rubber. So I gotta open up the flesh side by taking off all this excess fat, and then I'll put it in a degreaser and a neutralizing bath. That should cause that plumpness to go down. So we're gonna see. Hold on. Yeah, I had this thing in direct sunlight, but what's up, y'all? Thank y'all for watching. We're about to get started on buffalo hide. If you ain't checked out my YouTube shorts on this particular buffalo hide, the first video will show you how I received this hide. Rough shape. This is just a big challenge for me. I'm just gonna see if I'm capable of making something like this into something good. So it's real hot out here, so I'm using an angle grinder, but I'm having to take it real slow with how I do it. Whew. So, because I don't want my angle grinder to overheat on me and run, which it very well may while I'm doing this. But can you see that little square right there? That's where I've kind of grinded a little bit right there. So I'm just cleaning it up, you know. So the YouTube short on this hide right here is going to explain everything you need to know about this hide. Real quick videos just showing what I'm doing with this particular one. When I first got it, it had mold all over it, jacked up, but we're gonna change that. We're gonna change that. This grinder is super hot. Super hot. It's hot outside. grinder ever gets too hot, just let it stay on and let it run, because the fan will circulate air all through it. Chris, what's up? How did you get that mold off? Man, I just soaked it in an acidic rehydrator, relaxer, acid bath. That killed it. That's, you can get stuff like that from taxidermy shops. Hey guys, I'm gonna go get your girl Piper, thank you. I'm gonna go get a chair because I need something to sit down. It's hot out here. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to be taking frequent breaks to allow that grinder to cool down. It's so freaking hot. But I gotta do it. But Chris, yeah, put it in that bath, man. It killed everything, killed all the bacteria on it. So I'm just gonna give y'all a little backstory real quick. Yeah, my friend, he fleshed his hide with just a regular old knife. And what's up, Kenneth? What's up, your girl Piper? Yeah, he fleshed it with a regular old knife, and he didn't do a bad job. Oscar, what's up, Oscar? He didn't do a bad job fleshing it, and then he salted it like he's supposed to, and he put it in an aluminum sulfate bath, which is like an acidic bath, and it'll help preserve the hide and all that, but it makes the skin acidic and it plumps up the skin. But he left it. Jim, you ever see someone use pressure washer to flesh? I have, yeah. I've seen all kinds of stuff. What's up, guys? Yeah, if I had a pressure washer, I would, but this one here is different because of how it's been handled. This ain't my average hide. This is not how I do. What's up, what's up, what's up? That was the coyote hide. Yeah. But this hide's been soaked in aluminum sulfate, which has totally changed everything about this hide. I'm telling you, and then it was left under a tarp, just rolled up outside. So it's not in the best condition. This hide is very different. Yeah, so I'm hitting it with the grinder. I need to thin it down. After I do this, I'm gonna put it in a degreasing bath. I'm gonna dump a whole little box of baking soda in there. Yeah, it's huge, man. It's a big one. But I'm gonna dump a whole box of baking soda in there to neutralize it, because this thing's just been acidic this whole time from the aluminum sulfate bath that it was in for 2 months. I mean, I'm telling you, I have a video showing just how hard it was. It's in one of my shorts videos. What's up, your girl Piper? Oscar, I'm doing this for my friend. He traded me a 2008 Matthew Solo Cam. I think it's a DXP model, so it's a compound bow. Yo, everything just dropped. Jim Bob Joe, that will make it crispy. What do you mean? No, I don't know. Crispy. What are you talking about, crispy? I hope not. Is your phone okay? Yeah, it's okay. It just fell off. What does the aluminum do? It's an acidic chemical, so it helps to break down unstructured proteins in the hide itself, and it's kind of like pickling a hide. Basically the same concept of just using acid. The aluminum sulfate is just another method of doing that. So if you break down unstructured proteins, and you're supposed to add salt to that bath, The aluminum sulfate will break it down. The salt will cure and also draw out that dissolved unstructured proteins. So then whenever you tan the hide, you have an even tan. You know what I'm saying? You have your tannins can reach every fiber of the hide. And so when you're thinking about this stuff, you got to go in like to a molecular level almost. You got to think about it like that because that's what you're doing. Why did you leave me at Walmart in the parking lot? I don't know who you are, bro. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna thank y'all for liking, man. If y'all watching, yo, it's hot out here, man. I need some motivation. Double tap that screen, hit like, please. That's why if you cut leather, it has tiny holes. Yeah, it's porous. It's been worked. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. If you didn't pickle it, yeah, you wouldn't have them little tiny holes. You wouldn't have those openings and stuff like that. So yeah, that's right, Jim Bob Joe. Yeah, pickling's important. This sucker right here has been in that aluminum sulfate bath for 2 months. That's crazy. All right, it's a long time. But yeah, y'all got to check out my video on this hide. Like I uploaded that video like 5 or 6 days ago. I'm just in my garage holding this rock hard moldy piece of crap. All right, but we're going to manipulate this hide to do what we want it to do. With some of the skills that I've acquired over the years, I'm going to put them to use on this hide. This is just something to challenge myself. Yeah, it's super plump. It's like rubber, but after tomorrow it won't be. I used to make leather, hair off leather, like brown. I wish I had my wallet on me because I made that and I made the leather. But when you soak the hide in lime, it essentially does the same thing. Even though lime is completely high alkaline, it'll plump up the skin just like this hide is right here. But we're going to reverse that effect tomorrow. And all this is going to be documented all the way up to the finished product, right? I'm going to have it on my shorts feed. So y'all are looking at me just actually working on it right now. So y'all get a little inside of what's going on here. And I appreciate y'all watching. But as we grind it down, we're taking off that layer of fat and membrane that's been left on here from the initial fleshing that my friend did. And we're going to cut and open these fibers up. That way, you know, the degreaser is more inviting in there. The neutralizing, baking soda is all it is. That's going to be able to go in more. And it's going to rehydrate even more than it was. All right, so I got to get this hide knocked out of the way. I got a crap ton of hides I'm working on right now, and I got a lot to get that are getting dropped off and that I have to go pick up this weekend. And I'm just doing this for my friend, and he traded me a really nice bow to do it. So this is something I just need to get freaking knocked out. So I'm just getting it while the getting's good. Let's get it. pretty important to just do a little bit at a time because it is so hot out here. The grinder wants to get like incredibly hot. So let's not freaking do that because the grinder has I'm gonna lower this a little bit, guys. The grinder has parts in it that are just plastic, and if they get too hot out here, they're gonna melt, and then the grinder will not work properly anymore. And yeah, so I'm gonna adjust this tripod that I've got y'all on right now. Okay, and so we're making some headway here, but it's slow. So that's why this is just absolutely perfect for me to do a YouTube live on, because man, I'm having to just sit here anyway and wait. But so I'm just sitting here and I'm just letting the grinder cool off. I'm gonna go get a drink of water real quick out of the water hose. So yeah, this is gonna take most of the day to do, as I can only just do a little at a time. But when we get done, oh yeah, we're gonna be moving on into the tanning process. So pretty excited about this. I can't wait to show my friend, because when he was just, and I was like in awe too. Like, this is gonna be a challenge to get this thing right, but you can totally do it. And that's with anything, y'all. You can look at this in the beginning and be like, nope, done deal. But if you just put in the work on something, then you can turn something that's repulsive into something that's beautiful and that people will pay $1,000 for, like this bison hide. And we're going to do it. And that's mainly because I believe that it's going to happen. I believe it, and I want to see myself accomplish it. So it will be done. All right. Dedication. Let's go. Alright, man, my freaking phone got too hot out here. I had to put it in the refrigerator. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, took the case off of it. Maybe that'll help a little bit. That's about all I can think to do right now. I got it here in the shade. Hopefully it won't do that again. Phone overheated. Phone overheated. So we're gonna try to not have that happen again. So here we go. All right, we're back. Phone overheated. It's a giant hide. It's gonna take absolutely forever. So we're letting the grinder cool down Yet again, my phone got overheated. It's a hot day. But good news is we're working in the shade. So, and the best update I can give you on what we're working with here with the bison hide, I've got two shorts that I made about this particular hide and what makes it different than any other hide that I've ever worked on, and what challenges we're facing on this, and just how much we're accomplishing by actually even being able to tan this hide. So, if you're interested in that, go check out my YouTube channel. If you like the type of work I'm doing, please like this stream, and please subscribe to the channel. We got some cool stuff coming up. Just trying to teach people stuff that I don't know, pretty useful to know. You never know, man. You never know when you're gonna need it. So, let's get back to it. Here. Yeah, that's about all I can do at one time. I mean, just a little bit at a time before that grinder starts getting too hot. So it's gonna take a while. But I'm just gonna keep at it all day long. I would put it on my fleshing wheel, but it's just too much. Too heavy. It's not as relaxed as like a fresh hide would be. So that would be a nightmare. And it could possibly break the guards on my fleshing wheel my fleshing machine. So we're just gonna do it this way, and that'll be good. It'll work. There's not really like any flies getting on this thing because of the aluminum sulfate. But yeah, this is gonna take me a long time, no doubt. Long time, but it's gonna be cool to be able to say I did it. All right, water time. nicotine. Check. Alright. Whew, hot out here. Bison hide, y'all. What's up? Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, wow. That's right, man. What's up? Welcome to the tanning this freaking crazy bison hide live stream. Man, if you're interested in this, go check out my YouTube short. Why this bison hide is different than any other one that I've ever done. This is a huge challenge. Just spend a little bit of time grinding on it because it's so hot out here. My grinder's overheating big time, so I just leave it on, let air circulate in it, and get down there and get after it again, time and time again. Do you salt them like old times? Man, yep, I mean, you got modern tanneries right now that still salt them. That's a pretty essential step to tanning hides. But yeah, I mean, I add salt in everything I do. Yeah, you know, when I initially flush the hide, I salt it. When I put it in a degreasing bath, I add a pound of salt per gallon of water. Pickle baths, pound of salt per gallon of water. And my submersible tanning solutions, a pound of salt per gallon of water. So these hides that I tan, I mean, they see salt all the way through until I put them in my fur tumbler and you know, begin the finishing stages on these hides. But yeah, go check out my YouTube channel, and I got all kinds of stuff. I got short videos I'm making on this hide right here, so kind of a very vague videos of the process of how I'm going to tackle this particular hide, which is different and more challenging than any other hide, or any other buffalo hide for that matter, that I've ever tanned. So yeah, man, yeah, pretty cool stuff. I guess I'm gonna get back after it. gonna let it chill out. The grinder cool down a little bit. Yeah, the grinder's got to cool down. Now here's the thing. All this dusty crap on my hands, it's all over the hide. And the grinder pushes it back my way. And then, you know, I put pressure on it on the hide. And it just compacts and sticks to the hide like that. And Bison in particular, this stuff is like, it's like glue almost. Really hard to get this crap off of the hide. So you can freaking do it, all right? You can do it. And when I put it in the fur tumbler, it'll knock it all off anyway, but I really have to clean it a lot prior to putting it in the fur tumbler because I gotta tan the freaking hide. But we're making a little bit of headway. We're getting there. It's just gonna take time, especially when it's hot. Yeah, we'll end up getting this whole thing done. Let that grinder cool down a little bit. It's just going to be a monotonous process all day long. But once we're done, you know, man, we'll be done. So doing it with the angle grinder in the summer is brutal. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Whew. You know, just getting a regular old buffalo hide straight from the slaughterhouse, that's a process. That's hard. But trying to, you know, revitalize one in poor condition, that's really hard. That's what we're doing right here. So we're doing it. We are doing it. I'm probably going to end up just getting this leg done over here, and I'm going to have to probably wait till this evening. I may not even get this done today. I mean, I can only take so much of this brutal heat. So, yeah, we'll see. Get back after it. What's up, you guys? I gotta let the grinder cool down. Freaking 95 or so degrees out here today. Absolutely freaking hot. Hotter than I would like for it to be. Whew. So yeah, check out the YouTube shorts I got of this particular buffalo hide. Unlike any one I've ever done, that's why I am highlighting this particular hide. So, go check it out. Letting the grinder cool. It's getting incredibly hot. I really can't do much at one time before it gets too hot. So, I'll just do it a little bit at a time. And if y'all are watching, man, you hadn't liked the live stream, please do. Need some motivation to work through this freaking heat. And that's where y'all come into play, man. Y'all motivate me. It's hard to get a like on a live stream. But if y'all did like it, I would appreciate it. Analytics are looking a little rough. I need to get up in that algorithm, man. But tanning these hides is a lot of hard work. And there's a lot of people that do appreciate this work. And then there's a lot that don't. It's just like anything else. Look at this stuff. This stuff I'm grinding off. I just turned it into a little ball. It's so sticky. I don't know what it freaking is. I don't know what it is. But it's like glue. It's like the stuff you make hide glue out of. It's just, I'm just grinding it off. I think if you were going to make hide glue out of anything, I'm pretty sure buffalo hide would be the best. It seems to have a lot of that substance in it. That a lot of collagen, I guess you'd say, inside of these things. And it's just, that's what makes them so rough to tan. But I don't know. I think the heat's getting to me. Anyway, let's get back at it. Well, that grinder sure does get hot. Dr. Soda, Jesus is the Son of God. Oh yeah, he died on the cross for our sins and was resurrected 3 days later. Believe in Jesus and you will not die but have everlasting life. Amen. Thank you, Dr. Soda. That's good. I always need a good reminder. Don't care how strong your faith is, we're still human. So, yep, need to hear it all the time. That's right. Thank you, Dr. Soda, for that good reminder of what's really going on. He probably going on here just putting that everywhere. That's good. Good for him. Planting little seeds. You can plant them anywhere. On the internet, at Walmart, work, home. I gotta get some water. Hey man, this buffalo hide's looking better already. Starting to look like a buffalo hide now. It was a piece of crap before. Super rubbery feeling. We're gonna try to get rid of that. Hopefully today, man. Hopefully if I can get this done. Woo! Yeah, we're getting somewhere on this. We are. What's up, Oak Ridge? Someone said you aren't really working if you don't have shoes on. That's ignorant. It's only called working if you're wearing shoes to cover your little feet. Anyway, enough of that. Oak Ridge, hope you're still there, bud. My phone is getting a little hot out here. I'm having to it starts overheating and then I have to take it inside. But anyway, yeah, dude, a flat disc on an angle grinder. Oh my goodness, it'll just clean it up, man. It does such a good job, and it smooths stuff out like real good. So, and you can thin a little bit on it, not a whole lot. I gotta move this whole thing. I gotta get this hide out of the sun. Yo, Oak Ridge, if you're still on here, man, check out my short videos on this particular hide and see how I received it. Freaking rough. I'm doing it for a friend, but he's also trading me a really nice bow for it too, so you know I gotta have it. Awesome, dude. Glad you're here. Yeah, I just got a flat disc, man. Takes it right off. Kind of a messy job, but it'll work. I would put it on my fussing machine, but this guy had this hide soaking in an aluminum sulfate bath for 2 months, let it drain, and rolled it up and put it up under the tarp for like 10 months. And still got all the hair on it, and it's not slipping, so it had mold growing on it. Man, this hide was rough. But anyway, we're gonna see if we can't turn it into what we want. I think we're going to. Oh yeah. Yeah, if this angle grinder starts getting too hot, I gotta just let it run and cool off, because it's like 95 or so degrees out here. Luckily I'm in the shade. But yeah, go check out my YouTube short videos on this particular hide, man. It's crazy what I'm doing here. Grinders do heat up quickly under load. It's a good idea to let it run free, really. Yeah, man. Thanks, Kenneth. Yeah. Yeah. Like during the winter time, I used to use grinders all the time. I got a fleshing machine now, and I rely on that heavily for big hides like this. But this hide here is different circumstances, so I'm just kind of reverting back to the grinder. And I still use the grinder here and there, just depending on what circumstance I'm in. But during the winter time, they perform a little better outside, if it's not raining. And they cool down a lot quicker, but during the summertime, I mean, they just heat up so quick, it ain't even funny. No relief for the grinders, but don't matter, man. I'm here in the shade. We're getting this done. The bad thing about a grinder is once you get on the edges, you really got to be careful. If you don't pull some tension on the edge, I mean, that grinder wants you to suck everything in. So yeah, you gotta be careful, especially on a long-haired animal like this. Like once I get up around the neck and the arms and stuff, I'll have to tuck that hair under and hold it and pull it. And I've had the hair just come back around and get all wrapped up in that grinder. You gotta be careful. But just like any of this stuff, you just gotta all slow, very aware of what you're doing, and haven't got seriously hurt yet. So yeah. Woo! Heck yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. WD-40. Hey Ken, what's up, WD-40? Welcome back. We're working on a crazy buffalo hide right now. I received this hide in pretty poor condition, but we're gonna manipulate this thing. Still have the hair on it, has some mold growing on it, but it don't matter, man. We're gonna make it happen. Still real plumped up from sitting in that aluminum sulfate tan for so long. I made a relaxer bath, rehydrating bath for it. I added quite a bit of acid in there, so I'm sure that plumped up the skin pretty good too. So we're gonna flush this thing and degrease and neutralize at the same time. Yeah, it's the grinder. I'm just letting it cool down. It's getting too hot. I can only do a little bit at a time. Yep, bringing it to life, man. We are bringing this thing to life. I'm telling y'all gotta check out that I made that short video just introducing the hide into the process, just talking about it a little bit. I made that like 6 days ago, and y'all go back and check that out, man. It's pretty remarkable that this thing can even lay flat right now. Yeah, talk. Yeah, pretty remarkable that it's even flat. So, we're doing something good. We're doing something good here. It's going to be hard to get all this stuff I'm grinding off of this hide. It's kind of like glue. So, yeah, I'm just sitting here talking while I'm letting the grinder cool down a little bit. Pretty hot. All right, let's try to get done with this foot or this leg area over here. See what we can do. Can't do a whole lot at one time, WD-40. I freaking love this show. Awesome. Tanner Hyde is awesome people. Thank you very much, WD-40. I appreciate that. Kenneth, DeWalt's are pretty rugged. Yeah, they're more rugged when it's a company tool. Hello, yeah. Dude, I've had that DeWalt right there. Well, I've been using it, man, I don't know, long time, dude. And I've just abused it time and time again, working on these hides in the heat, like the little vents, man, to cool it down. Man, they suck up this dust and crap from these hides. I've had to take this thing apart several times just to clean around the electrical and the little vents that, you know, suck the air up to the motor or whatever and cool it down and all that stuff. I've had to clean it out several times because, man, and I've pushed it to its limit. I mean, well, I guess I haven't because it's still freaking going. I don't know how many times I've done this in the summer and all year round through the winter time too, but yeah, it won't be long, man. This thing will shut down on me, this grinder, but still going today. So I'll probably hang that grinder up on my wall when I get done with it, man. That thing has done a good job. DeWalt grinder. I bet you my phone will overheat again. I hope not, but I probably won't have this whole Bison hide on the live stream, but I'll get quite a bit of it on here. But yeah, I still got a video. I still have to video what I'm doing here for the, I guess, the part 3 video of this Bison hide, which is in my shorts. So go check it out, man. Check it out. This thing came to me rough. We're gonna make something out of it. Whew. Yeah, cause like my friend fleshed it with a knife, but even still at this stage, the hide is just like it was skinned really well. Cause it's still got meat, still got fat on it, still got membrane. Like, I wish it was a little more relaxed and not so plumped up as it is, because it would be really easy. It'd be a lot easier just to hit this on the flexing wheel and clean this up. All right. I rigged up, my phone is overheating, so I rigged up a fan. To put on my phone. Nanya, I was gonna try to thin it. I hope this fan doesn't like, it's just so hot out here. I gotta freaking have this fan. What's that mean? Retouch on? Yeah. Hope this fan doesn't jack anything up. It's just so hot out here. I've got to deter some heat off of my phone, or it's going to straight up jack this whole dude up. Okay. But no, I'm not going to thin it with my fleshing wheel. What I'm going to do is plumped up right now, but I'm going to neutralize this thing. It'll thin back down. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be pliable enough until I put it in my fur tumbler. I mean, I'll probably grind it down with my grinder to thin it, but that's probably the best. Normally I would thin it down on my fleshing wheel, but go check out my YouTube shorts on this hide. I can't treat this hide like I would treat any other hide. I'm gonna have to baby this hide. It's not in the best condition. It didn't come to me in the best condition, so we're just gonna see what we can do. All right, come on. right here is the hard part. When you get around the front legs and these back legs, like they're so wrinkly right now, pretty difficult to do with this angle grinder. I probably need to let this cool down. Yeah, them back legs are hard to do with the angle grinder. Oak Ridge still got some hides waiting on you. Man, I know it, dude. As soon as right now I'm more covered up than I have been in a while, but I don't have anything planned after that. I'm trying to knock these out real quick, and then I'm gonna give you a call. Man, I'm barely. I mean, you see, I'm outside on a tarp. You know, I'm barely set up to do what I do. But once I get like this thing out of the way, this is a headache right here. This hide. I'll be in a much better place, and I'll be able to start taking some stuff in. But yeah, I've got a fan on my phone right now. Hopefully it'll keep it from freaking overheating. But thank you for being patient with me, Oak Ridge. We're definitely going to get it in and see what we can do on what you got. Whew, I can't wait to get done with this hide. Good tonight. Yep. Yep, it's a hot day. It's a hot day out here. Yeah, hopefully I get set up to where I can take a crap ton of hides, man. I'm trying to get a couple people I know to help me. I like what you're doing and what you stand for. I would love to work with you, man. That'd be great. I appreciate it. Yep, I sure do. I'm all about this stuff. Sometimes I wonder, you know, like these conditions that I work in, they're kind of not ideal, but I just got it in me so much that I got to get it done. I got to do it. 'Cause I don't believe it's going to be like this forever. And if I don't start doing it now with what I've got, then how will it ever evolve? So yeah, appreciate you, Oak Ridge. But man, yeah, this is a rough hide right here. Yeah, fleshing a big hide like this on a fleshing machine, it's really monotonous, but it's a lot faster than this. I had to let this angle grinder cool off like frequently, and I don't have to do that with my fleshing wheel. I can just keep on going, but cannot put this on there. It'll jack up. It'll mess my blade up. It'll overwork that thing, I think. I ain't about to do it. Plus, I got the plastic guards on my fleshing wheel, and I've broken several of them, so I'm not trying. I need to get the metal one. I'm not trying to break them. It's my last one. I got to order some more, I guess. That, yeah, see how we just thin it down a little bit? That membrane is just pulling everything together on the top, and when we remove it, we get it to lay down flat. Oh yeah, it's gonna work out. Look at that. It's gonna work out. Alright. So we got a quarter of the hide done right now. I'm not gonna go all the way on the edge of those feet. There's no point in it. It gets cut off anyway. So, what's up, Redneck? Welcome back, man. I believe that I remember you. We're working on a ridiculous bison hide right now. So yeah, we're a little over a quarter of the way done. It's gonna take forever. And once my battery starts to die, which I guess I've got, I don't know. I got enough left to keep going for a little bit. I'll have to end the stream, but this is gonna take forever. I've already been doing it for 85 minutes. But yeah, let's get this cleaned up. I feel like I'm working on a rubber hide. It's crazy. Yep, gotta make frequent trips to the water hose. Oh yeah, we gotta be hydrated out here. Okay, so now we're gonna get a little break. Hold on a second. Alright, y'all. I gotta let that grind cool down a little bit. It is freaking hot. Like if you run a grinder that gets hot, especially like this one does now, if you run the crap out of it and let it get hot as all get out, and then just turn it off, man, it'll sit there and just get hot as all get out, just like it's doing right now. You can't have that bull crap. Whew. I guess I need to turn this. We're fixing to kind of change directions here. Yes, we are. Fixing to change directions because we're moving on with this hide. We're getting more done with it. Oh man. Yeah, the sun's starting to set a little bit. What's up, Kenneth? The windings in the motor heat, soak, and cook off. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be long. This old grinder here will have enough. which that'll be okay. Man, it has done more than what I thought it was going to do for me. So if I can get this bison hide done with it, I'll be happy. That's what I say about every cowhide or bison hide that I use this on. If I can just get this one done right here, I'll be happy with it. But it just keeps on going. I just baby it now, because I really don't want to go buy another one. Know what I mean? Keep the fans pushing air through it. Yeah. I've had to take it apart and clean it out several times just so they will. But it don't take much to get it caked up, man. I mean, I try to clean the little vents out, and it'll suck up this dust, and you can't even see it in there. But after this bison hide, I'll definitely probably clean it out again, and probably just gonna go get another one. Because at first, this dewalt didn't heat up as frequent as it does now, but I'm slowly giving up on this grinder because it's done so much already. But all right, let's get back after it. It's probably cooled off now. Oh yeah. up, Thomas? How you doing? Welcome to the crazy buffalo hide madness. Took on a crazy project for this one. And you can see where right there. I mean, look how clean that looks, man. That's clean. I mean, really, this grinder is like finishing up the flesh end and cleaning it up, but it's thinning it down too. I think I've got like a, I don't know. I got a pretty coarse flat disc on here, so, oh crap. Freaking phone's about to die, guys. Well, y'all, I guess I got to end this live stream, but look, if you want to see more on this buffalo hide, check out my YouTube shorts. I just uploaded the first short about 6 days ago. Go check it out, see what this thing actually looks like, and maybe it'll teach you something on hide tanning. So, man, I appreciate y'all watching. I'm going to have to end the stream. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Thank y'all.